So in the last few minutes, the President of the ANC, Cyril Ramaphosa, has delivered the closing statement at the end of a National Executive Committee Lekgotla. Watching that for us is eNCA reporter Govan Whittles, who's joining us from Johannesburg tonight. So Govan, the focus from this NEC Lekgotla very much on the coronavirus pandemic and its economic impact.
Yeah, that's right, Temekile, and it's something which the President says the ANC has decided to hold an economic summit over to assess the impact of the coronavirus, but they're also looking at broad-based economic empowerment as well as patents and transfer of ownership. So that's one of the big decisions coming out of the Lekgotla. The other remarks were around the vaccine and the President calling on all parties to communicate one message and build a broad front in trying to overcome the virus, but also in communicating about the vaccine. And then interestingly saying that, or calling for the development of an African vaccine, saying that that would be something that they need to work towards. And then Temekile, a couple of political points which were quite interesting from the ANC Lekgotla, saying that they would be subjecting their councillors, this is ahead of the local government elections, through a rigorous assessment, and particularly those that are in municipalities where the ANC has been struggling or where there have been allegations of maladministration, and then a reaffirming their support of the Zondo Commission of Inquiry into State Capture, and saying that law enforcement agencies should continue doing their work without fear or favor, and of course a number of points on the reconstruction of the economy, saying that they would also conduct an audit of all outstanding infrastructure projects. It seemed to be a lengthy Lekgotla which had a number of issues on the table, which I'm sure will be unpacked further. But in terms of the ANC and its alliance, little talk from what was about what COSATU was keen on getting some answers to, and that's the ANC's position towards the public sector wage bill, or public sector wage agreement, which the government has now successfully been able to avoid paying in the third year. So we're waiting to hear from the alliance partners what their reaction is to the outcomes of the Lekgotla, but it seems the most important points were on communicating one message on the vaccine, fighting the coronavirus, and the state of the organization, and ensuring law and order. The President going as far as saying that we cannot be a country that is lawless, where anyone and everyone does what they wish, and saying that this year that comes to an end, calling for law enforcement agencies to take stern action. So there's a lot to unpack there, but it seemed as if most of the meeting was about those topics.
Right, eNCA reporter Govan Whittles wrapping up the presentation there by the ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa at the end of this week's National Executive Committee Lekgotla.